Hi, this is Mark Wahlstrom. Welcome to Speaking of Settlements, a featured broadcast here on the Legal Broadcast Network. Today I want to talk to you people who are in the Vioxx litigation about what's going on in the Vioxx case. I know I've been receiving emails from many of you, phone calls. We have essentially obtained over 250 clients, many of you who have found us here on the internet as a result of these broadcasts, and I want to take the opportunity to bring you up to speed as far as what's going on with the Vioxx claims. First of all, I want to tell everybody that I'm going to acknowledge, I shouldn't say, I'll acknowledge to all of you that this is a maddeningly slow process. I wish as an advisor, I wish as a structured settlement professional that I could speed the process up. And believe me, in talking to your attorneys who are handling this for you, they want this thing to speed up as well. But we have the system we have. I know many of you are terribly frustrated with it. I know so many of you are really just hanging on by your fingernails financially. I've heard your stories. I've read your emails. It really is heartbreaking, what has gone on with this litigation. And now many of you are dealing with the additional frustration of waiting for that letter from your attorney stating what your amount is and when you're going to be able to get the funds. Let me tell you what I've found out in talking with several different law firms and several different attorneys who work on the Vioxx litigation. First of all, the process that is going on is that while claims are now being paid and cases are being reviewed, they're not being done in what I would refer to as a block fashion. In other words, if you're with the law firm of Smith, Jones, and Barney, if it's some fictional firm, and they've got 500 firms, they don't get a letter from the administrator saying, okay, here's your 400 clients, here's what we've determined for all of them, and here's how much money they're going to get, and you can accept and deny it, and then they send a letter out. I wish it worked that way, but it doesn't. They get those letters from the committee one at a time, as they come out. Sometimes they're getting 1 or 2 a week. Sometimes they're getting 2 or 3 a week. When they get those letters, here's what most attorneys are doing. They're looking at them and they're checking the facts. They want to make sure that the committee is giving you the amount that is correct for you. They're going through, they're doing a reanalysis typically of your file, making sure that you were properly graded on the point system, making sure that all the assumptions that went into the amount are correct. And if they feel that they're incorrect, they have to go back and they have to resubmit and point out where the error was. So again, that takes time. So as these are being done, there's no easy way to work through these 25,000 cases. They're being done one at a time, singular cases. Obviously, they've got more than one person working on them on the committee, and they've got a whole group of people that are trying to process these. And no one is purposely dragging their feet here. Everybody wants these done as quickly as possible, but they want them done as accurately as possible. And that's what the committee is really working on. So when your attorney gets that letter, and for those of you who are looking to do a structured settlement, those of you who need to set up special needs trusts, those of you who are on Medicaid or governmental assistance and need planning, you will start getting those letters here fairly shortly. Now, what I've been told, and I'm hoping this is accurate because I've heard it from several sources, is that the heart attack cases will be done first. So if you are a heart attack case, those are coming and being processed first, with the stroke cases coming second. Now, why they're doing it that way, I think the heart attack cases, the fact pattern on those is, I don't know if it's clearer, I don't know if the scoring's easier, whatever the circumstances are, but that's the chronology that they're looking to work on it. The understanding that I have is that many of those cases will be resolved between now and January and February. So we're not talking a matter of days. We're still talking in matters of weeks and months. I wish I had better news, but I think that's probably the expectation level for most of you. If you're one of the lucky ones who's early in the line and you get your letter sooner, be thankful that you're at the front. And if you have questions and you want to know how this process really works on your particular case, I'm not the guy to call. You need to talk to your lawyer. You need to contact them. You need to be aggressive about contacting them and finding out where you stand in the process, because I know many of you are really waiting and hoping that you'll find out very shortly on how these work. So again, heart attack cases will come first. then stroke cases. It is a slow process. I wish I had better news. But again, if you are somebody who is on Medicare, I'm sorry, not Medicare, if you're on Medicaid, if you're on Section 8 housing, if you get any kind of governmental assistance that is needs-based, in other words, you have to qualify by the lack of money that you have in order to get it, or if you're interested in doing a structured settlement, and many of you are. I've talked to so many people who want to take that check and they want to turn it into a lifetime income so that this award, which is not sufficient for the needs of most people, is in some way leveraged into an income that helps you pay your bills. Because to me, one of the great tragedies will be if people simply get their check, pay off the immediate bills that they have and do a few things, and now they're back into the same situation they were before without the income to provide a certain degree of quality of life that's going to help them, even in a small way. So if you're wondering how to handle this and you haven't investigated a structured settlement yet, please call my office at Wahlstrom and Associates. We've worked with so many people. We're familiar with it. There's no obligation if you call us. And it's Wahlstrom, Wahlstrom, and Associates. You can find me here. There's links on the settlement channel. You can call my 800 number, 800-444-5924. We'll be happy to help you. We'll be happy to answer your questions. And if you are interested in using a structured settlement or you feel you need a special needs trust, we can certainly assist you on that. That's it as far as what I know on Vioxx. Again, I wish I had better news. I'm just encouraging you to hang in there. If you have questions, call your lawyer. You can't call them too much. I know it might feel like a pain if you do it, but if you have questions, talk to your attorney. Have them answer your questions. If you have special circumstances, if you're under tremendous duress financially, make them aware of it so that they can assist you. And if you have issues and you have questions regarding what to do with that award and how to leverage it, tell your attorney that you're interested in a structured settlement to hold those funds so that when you do get that letter, you can call a professional and say, you know, Mark or somebody else, any other structured settlement professional out there, what can I do with this money? How can I use a structured settlement to leverage this award? And we'll be happy to help you, again, free of charge, no obligation, to be able to decide whether or not a structured settlement's there for you. I want to thank you for tuning in to the Settlement Channel. For those of you in the Vioxx Fund, once again, just hang in there. I know what you're going through. It is a tough situation, but it is making progress. The letters are coming out, and the checks will come, hopefully sooner rather than later. And when that time comes, we're here to help you. Thanks again, and we'll talk to you again next week.